Blog Talk Radio.
Join us for the Piton Film Festival, September 5th and 6th. The Piton Film Festival will showcase Lucian and international films, as well as provide educational workshops for youth, adolescents, and adults. For more information about the Piton Film Festival, go to www.sihglobal.org. That's www.sihglobal.org. We'll see you at the Piton Film Festival.
Welcome to Blog Radio. Welcome to Speaking to Harmony. And today is Wednesday, so we're doing a very special show where we're going to highlight the Piton Film Festival, what it is about. We're going to bring some filmmakers up. We're going to bring some musicians up. All the good stuff that's happening in St. Lucia right now that's going to be happening because next week is Piton Week. That's right. If you're not in St. Lucia, okay. You got to catch the replay on our YouTube channel and OVTV and and Real TV. We got Real TV now. Check that out. Anyhow, we have some special guests for you tonight. Very special guests. We're going to jump around a little bit. We're going to go down to Brazil. Then from Brazil, we're going to go to St. Lucia. And then we're going to stay in St. Lucia also for another special guest after that special guest. So, pull your chair up, call a friend, tell your friend what's going on. We will love to have them join us to call in and ask some questions. So let's do this. Let's go down to Brazil, okay? When you're jumping all over the world, your time just goes out the window because you're just jumping and flying over and say, hey, you better adjust to me. I'm not adjusting to you. So this week we got him on. We have Brother Mário Luna. He's down in Brazil. He's going to be. I'm bringing his mic. I'm going to welcome to Speaking to Harmony because, he's a filmmaker. And like I said, this is about we're going to be highlighting filmmakers as we go across the globe because we have a plan. We have a plan. So, Brother Mário, can you hear me? Welcome. How can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Ed. How are you?
I am doing well. Welcome to Speaking to Harmony, Piton Film Festival update. It's good to finally catch up to you. I love it.
Good. Thank you for having me on the show.
Well, it's a pleasure having you on the show because, this show, the Piton Film Festival update, which is going to morph, which is going to change after September 7th, is going to change to the Piton, regular Piton Film Festival show. So this show is about where we're going to highlight the business of filmmaking, from in front of the camera to behind the camera. So the actors, the directors, the producers, the musicians, all the stuff that happens when you make a film. We're going to inform our community because when we say it's $1 billion business, we have to let them understand why is it $1 billion business, because it touches so many parts of a community when it comes in from the food to the makeup, the clothes, and everything like that. So we came down to Brazil, so you could tell the family a little bit about you and what you're doing in Brazil. I didn't know they made movies in Brazil, man.
Well, actually, yes, I make a movie, but as an amateur, I'm not a professional. Actually, I studied cinema some years ago, a couple of decades ago. We were going through very difficult times in film producing in Brazil. At the time, the president closed the only one institution who could produce films. So it was very difficult at the time to produce films. Then I took all the way, but never lost the love for making film or for filmmaking. Then a couple of years ago, I bought a camera and decided to start all over again by making movies on my own. And, I'm more interested in making films that educate people. Mm-hmm. And this film I just submitted to the Piton Festival I actually submitted 2 films, one documentary and one short film. The documentary is about a very common phenomenon called, and in the United States is very, very well known as sleep paralysis.
Okay.
This is a very common phenomenon. It's thought to happen to 60% of people all over the world. The majority of people have experienced the phenomenon, but there is two point of views when you go through a sleep paralysis. One is physical, because sleep paralysis happens when the brain stops for a while. When we're going through the REM stage of sleep. This is a common thing the brain does every night when we sleep. Every time we reach the REM state, the brain sends a message to the body to paralyze because it needs to rework the body, the cells and neurotransmitters and everything. So it's a kind of reconstruction of the body. Otherwise, we wouldn't feel rested when we wake up.
Okay.
This is a common thing that happens, and we don't usually wake up during the process of paralysis set from the brain, okay? So, but as I said, lots of people wake up during the moment the body is paralyzed. And then we have one perception from the body, which is the sensation of paralyzation. You cannot move, you are unable to speak, unable to move. This is a very frightening thing. But actually we have to talk about out-of-body projection, because we project the energetic body outside the physical body every night as well.
Okay. Well, let's do something about it. That's interesting. I'm listening to you. It's a very interesting topic. So this is one of your movies you submitted. So let's do this. As we're talking, I know people are listening all over the world.
Right.
Let's give them your website so they could go to your website and they could check out your Facebook page so people could look at what you're talking about as we're talking about it.
Okay, I've got a website. Well, actually, not a website. I've got a YouTube channel, which is Mário Luna. But I will give also websites for more information about energies, bioenergies, out-of-body projections, and so on, which is www.iipc.org. I don't think we have .com, but .org.
ORG, okay.
Yes, there's plenty of information about this. In case anybody who's listening to us at the moment may have had it. So in case the person wants to get further information about this, then can go to this website. It's in Portuguese, but actually now we have the Google Translator, which can help people to understand. That's right, www.iipc.org.
Okay.
And okay.
So let me ask you a question. So what made you make a movie about this? I mean, there's so many topics, but why did you pick that one topic to make a movie about?
Right, that's a very good question. Well, actually, I volunteer to this institute. I teach there as well, and I've been into researching on this area for quite a long time, and I've heard lots of people complaining about having these sorts of things during the night, which is quite frightening, terrifying, as long as you don't have information about it. So it may be really frightening when you don't know what's going on. When people have this kind of experience and do not have any kind of information, this is terrible. So once you have the information, you see that this is a natural phenomenon. This is a benign phenomenon. There's nothing wrong about this. But once you know it, then when you have it, things are much easier to go through. And to, on the contrary, you should take advantage of this kind of phenomenon to know our what we call multidimensional reality, which is not only physical. We are not only this physical body. We have energetic bodies as well, and a life outside the body. Lots of people have been through out-of-body experiences, and this is what is that, because the point of view, the material point of view, is very erroneous to analyze what the phenomenon really is. Okay. So you must understand this multidimensional reality, and the documentary actually shows that. Don't be afraid. This is quite normal. You are not being, because although lots of people have been through it, the thing is that not everyone tells anybody that they have been through this kind of phenomenon, because it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
People would never understand that.
So let me ask you a question. So now, is the documentary in English or Portuguese or both, or subtitles?
Actually, I made two versions. There is an original version in Portuguese. I subtitled the other one. The one I submitted to the festival is in English.
Okay. No, because I'm asking, as I'm listening to you, since it's something that happened all over the world, it seems like you have a couple different language versions of the same movie.
I always do that, Eddie, because as I told you, I want to make films to educate people in some, especially in paranormal area, which is called paranormal. I call parapsychism, because all of us, well, independently on whether you believe it or not, things happen. Both reality exists at the same time, and we sometimes do not know that, and we get totally mind-boggling about this. This must be horrible. I personally have experiences on sleep paralysis when I was a teenager, and that frightened me a lot. I was in panic every time it happened, because at the time I had no idea what it was. So when I see people saying that they have been through this kind of experience and they don't have any kind of information, for me it's like going back to those days where I myself had the experience of not having information, and I can feel the panic of this person. So that's the reason why I decided to make the documentary, to tell people, hold on, this is not a monster, you're not an alien, there's nothing wrong with that. Once you know, you can control it. This is the most important thing, is the control. You can control your fear, you can make the most of the experience, you can learn with the experience, and turns out that it's really, really an amazing and unique opportunity to know our multidimensional reality and learn from that, because we are much more involved with the energies or bioenergies than with the physical stuff. So that's the reason why I decided to make the movies. I also made one last year about ectoplasm, which is a kind of energy, it's a material energy used in spiritual surgery. So, and then I come up with this one, out-of-body paralysis, because I think it's important to give this information to people so that they can be okay with the phenomenon, since it's really, really common.
Okay. Since I'm listening to you talking, so your two movies, it sounds like they're not so-called normal movies. And I know you said you teach at the university, and you did a lot of research. Seems like you did a lot of research in this topic. So
right.
After the movies, after the research,
right.
what have you come up with? I'm interested to hear how you feel about it now after doing all the movies and the research.
About the research on what movie?
On the first one, on the out of body.
Well, how long I had been researching for that?
Yeah.
Well, 1 year and a half, I think. So yes, around that, and on internet as well. Then I made contact with some people who had produced videos talking about that. I contacted these people, and I asked them for the authorization to use the image, because I make non-commercial movies, so it makes things easier when you have to deal with those producers and say, okay, I'm making a non-commercial movie, so I'd like to use your report on this video in my documentary. So I had the luck to have a good response from people. They authorized the use of the images, and so I actually compiled some videos I had seen on the internet to make. And also I interviewed specialists on the subject as well. But actually it was a compilation of videos, and that's that.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I mean, I'm listening to you talking. It sounds like you are you're persistent, because your topics are not a normal topics, and it seems that they'll have you thinking about you. For me, it make me start thinking about my sleep. Well, if my body reboots when I sleep,
Right.
That's basically what you're saying. Your body's rebooting when you sleep.
Yeah, that's right.
What happened? He said during the reboot. If we wake up during the reboot,
That's right. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. If you wake up during this reboot, then you have just to relax. This is one thing. What happens, Ed, is that when you find yourself totally paralyzed, this is really crazy. You're unable to speak. You're unable to move. You can just roll your eyes. So this is really strange. This is not a common thing because we lose the reference, because here in our physical existence, we don't usually go through things like that. So it's difficult to deal with when we have such a thing during the night. So the best thing to do is just, if you find yourself in such a state, you just have to relax and have a deep breath and try to move one of the fingers or tools. So it makes the brain stop the paralyzation. Then it makes, it stops the phenomenon. I myself don't stop the phenomenon, and I'm telling you this because I still have the phenomenon, and today I don't try to stop it. I like to learn with that. I just let it go on. I just, I'm there just watching and have, because we are aware of everything. Our mind is working perfectly. You can think, you can decide, you have the master, you can master your control during the phenomenon. Today, when I have this phenomenon, I just let it go and try to see what happens and try to learn with that, because it's, as I told you, this is a very unique opportunity for everyone to know how we act, how our energies work when we are outside the body. So this is another reality that we should learn with, and it's a very important reality.
Okay. Listen, it sounds like a very interesting movie. What has been the feedback from the movie so far?
Very good. I have been emailed lots of good messages about the movie. The movie was released exactly 1 month ago, and we have already 4,000 viewings on YouTube. So that's amazing. I was not expecting to have so many people watching the movie on YouTube. So 4,000 for me is a big number.
Okay.
I must say that. And then people have said very good things about the film, and some of them have had the phenomenon, and thanks for the information. And I think it's very important to know, because as I told you, not knowing what's going on is much more difficult to deal with the phenomenon. And once you know what's going on, what is it and why it's happening, so you can master control, you can master the fear, and have the most of it, have the best.
Well, wonderful. Well, Mary, I see we're coming down to the half hour, and what I want you to do is give your websites again, so that way people can find you on YouTube. They can find your information, find your movies and stuff like that.
Well, the easiest way is give my Facebook, because I have blogs as well, but the Facebook is the best thing to contact me. Then I can give all the websites. I have got a website, but I haven't had time to update it. So my Facebook is Mário Luiz de Sá. The Mário, MARIO This is my Facebook. Then if the person wants to contact me, or can send me an email, which is the same, MárioLuizDeSá @yahoo.com.br.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Well, that's now we have that information out there on you. We have you submit your films to the film festival. We're going to see what happens with the final list. I do believe it's coming out today, and we'll hopefully see something. We'll see something about it in St. Lucia. If we don't, we're gonna have some fun with you anyway, because I was looking at the one of them for a bit. I was kind of busy, and I sat down and watched it. And I was like, I think I need to focus on this film a little bit more. more.
Right.
So,
Wait. Oh, wait, let me say something. I volunteered in an institute here in Brazil, which is called International Institute of Projectiology and Conscientiology. The website I gave in the beginning of our talk was www.iipc.org. This is an institute specialized on the research on bioenergies and all the multidimensional reality. It's about two new sciences called projectiology that is specialized in out-of-body projections. I know that in the United States have lots of people who have been through this kind of phenomenon and who are interested in knowing more about this. And conscientiology was the study of the conscience in a whole way. Physical and extra-physical. So in case anyone is interested in knowing more about that, can go to this website and try to translate. I suggest that the person just use a Google Translator to know exactly what's on this website. Okay?
Okay. Well, that sounds like something. Definitely. I thank you for the information. I'm listening to you talking, and I watched some of one of the movies already. It's very interesting topic you have there. Very interesting topic. Go ahead.
Completely different movies. Man Ray is a short film I also submitted, and Man Ray is a 100% different kind of film.
Okay. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, I saw some of that one. I was like going back and forth. I saw some. I said,
Yeah.
I was like, what is Mario doing here to me?
That's right. Let me say something about that, so people don't think I'm crazy. Okay,
Sure. Say something about. We have about 2 minutes left. We have about 2 minutes left.
Yeah, actually, Man Ray. Well, I'm also an artist, and then I was watching TVT, which is a compilation of avant-garde movies, French avant-garde movies. Then when I was watching that, I just realized that I'd like to make a film completely different, Then I got the idea of making a film to explore actually the possibilities of my editing skills by making a film in which I could feel free to soar in art, essentially. And Man Ray is a good motive for that. He's a so realistic artist, a painter, a sculptor, a filmmaker, and a photographer. And the work was basically to reinterpret his art according to my reading of surrealism, which opened a huge door to creativity. That was an amazing work because I could do something completely different and work this state of art, being in something totally different. That was challenging and at the same time very pleasant.
Okay. That sounds interesting. Yeah, like I said, when I was watching it, I was like, okay. Let me see what Mario's up to now. I feel like I knew you for like a long time watching that one because I felt like I was inside your head there for a second.
Oh yes, well you should wait for the next film next year. I have already decided what to do, and my next film will be about peace.
Peace
in the world. We need peace, Ed.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue on that one. That is definitely something we definitely need.
As John Lennon used to say, give peace a chance.
Yes. Like I said, I'm not going to argue with you on that one. We definitely need that. But I'll see our time with you is up. I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight. It's good to hear you talk about the movies, and we definitely will be talking to you some more in the days and months to come.
Right. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you for having the show once more. I say that's a great opportunity to be talking about the movies. And, I hope that I'm in the festival.
Yep.
So let's wait and see.
Yes, wait and see. Let's wait and see what the select committee does. Yep.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
Thank you, Ed.
You have a wonderful evening. Okay.
Thank you. Same.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Well, family, that was Brother Mário Luna calling us live from Brazil. And it was good to have him on. We're gonna stay down south per se. We're gonna go from Brazil and go a little bit a whole bunch to the east. But before we do that, I got commercials. Yes, I do. And I got music. I'm gonna play this commercial for you. Good.
Join Sisters in Harmony and Opulence TV as we present New Discovery at the Piton Peaks. New Discovery is calling all singers, rappers, performers, television, music video, and film producers to compete to have their self-produced show distributed on Opulence TV. Register early for $15 U.S. Space is limited. You must pre-register at www.opcoach.tv. That's www.opcoach.tv. New Discovery looks to discover you.